The thing with the Hawks, though, their defense is ass. I believe they are bottom 5 in opponent points per game, opponent fast break points, and opponent points in the paint. But yet they're number 2 in the NBA in points per game and like top 5 or top 10 in pace. So that shows you alone they have no problem scoring the ball. All right, but defense, that's where they fucking up. All right, and so I'm about to show you a lot of clips defensively that could end up just adding up throughout the course of the game, or simple things that's just like you really need to pass this stuff up. Like this right here. Like, that's just, is it bad communication? Did Collins even know a screen is coming? If it was Collins' fault, he needs to get there earlier. You could just easily switch this. Capella is solid at guarding the perimeter. We've seen it a ton in Houston, and then even now, like he's solid against a Shake Milton. I'll take my chances. Make the switch. So now Collins has to drop back and get under earlier, so now he can actually make the switch instead of allowing the slip to happen. Jalen McDaniels was cooking. All right, you're guarding Jalen McDaniels. We know he's a perimeter defender. So you get in a situation like this, he's putting the ball on the floor. You've already done your job. If he's going to try to make plays off the dribble and DeJounte Murray's on him at that, why even try to reach and get a steal on him? Now you got him throwing cross-court passes. Now that's why closeout angles are so important, because this is a really good camera angle too. So notice how Murray angles himself as he closes out the Milton. He's almost like split. So now this kind of opens up that whole middle and allows him to get to the middle. But defense, with your principles most time, no middle. Because you get to the middle, you attract so much attention. If not, you have a ton of space to operate. So you close out, you got to make sure you still force him to that help as if you are playing on-ball defense. Gets his leg. All right, once again, personnel. Jalen McDaniels, you want to let him shoot. So you're going to make this closeout. As soon as you turn, you see Jalen McDaniels, or if you're already aware that he's there, which you should kind of already know as a player, just having court awareness, you turn, you see him. Instead of trying to run up and get him off that line, you run and beat him to the spot. Because you'll live with the 3 at the end of the day and not with him being able to get to the paint. And the Sixers were able to get to the paint like every possession damn near against the Hawks. So I really want to see how they're going to adjust next year with Quinn Snyder's principles underway, and then them actually be able to get repetitions in it, him being able to learn the team, all that stuff. So I'm not so much worried about the Hawks this year because this is pretty much set in stone as it is now. I want to see how they adjust next year as well, and even if they make some moves. I'm telling you, he's cooking. What's the need to chase him? He's not a jump shooter. Jalen McDaniels, boom, drop under, get underneath him, stay between him and the rim. But then, boom, backdoor. Jalen McDaniels was cooking, though. They was doing their thing for a second unit, you know. Come on, calms. Jalen Johnson, you've got to be the person to see this and be able to stop it, because you see the whole action. You're not Sadiq Bey at the top where you don't even see the screen coming. You see both the screen and McDaniels. So you got to put yourself in position to stop this. By the way, make sure you subscribe, like, and turn on notifications because we drop breakdown videos daily. And if you want to catch my breakdowns live, make sure you go hit that link in the description, go follow, and let's get right back to it. Let me really mention this. They had no James Harden, Tobias, Maxey, Melton, or Embiid. None of them. And the thing is, you get to the paint, you get a shot up, you miss it, the miss is going to be a soft miss. It's going to stay somewhere around the rim. So if you're not boxing out, a guy like Montrezl Harrell going to come in there and get these offensive rebounds. Second chance points right there, and his paint points. Once again, you get shots in the paint. You got a guy like Harrell diving to the rim, still coming up to get to these shots. Boom, Young with the turnover. But all right, that was a dumbass play. Why would he try to go up and get the steal on the ball when he has to go back and get the rim? Transition defense, it should always be you protect the rim, then you get the ball, then you match up. Trae Young throws his turnover, sees the player that was guarding him leak out, and instead of going back and getting the player that leaked out, he decided to jump up here and try to get the steal. You're just giving up points at this point. You're asking them, you're just handing them the ball and saying, just score it. Tell me where's the communication? You see Bogdanovic's point, right? But even though he points, you as a teammate still got to be focused on what's going on. Like, you don't even pick up on who you need to pick up. These little buckets, like, they add up. Like, they're down 10 right now. At this point, the whole crowd, the whole team thought they was about to run away with this game. They ain't run away with shit. They ain't run away with nothing. Ain't run away with nothing because you're giving up these easy buckets like this. You get one of these, especially players in the NBA. These players at this level, they may just need one bucket. Then before you know it, one player could get hot or the whole team could get going because they just seen the ball go through the rim. So that maybe it's all they need. Now, boom, Bogdanovic. Now, as an off-ball defender, you've got to know when your teammate needs help. Because if they don't need help, why stay in help position and put the player that you're guarding in a position so they could attack, right? And now you have to close out. So peep this. Watch Bogdanovic, all right? Hunter gets over that screen cleanly. He's still in front, like he'd even get touched by that screen. And Bogdanovic stays in a position of help where Hunter doesn't need that help. So what should you do? Just go and get back, stay in front. Now, boom. That's good hands by Murray. But again, boom. Once again, great hands by Murray. They got the defensive talent. They got a good wing defender in Hunter. They got a really good perimeter defender in Murray. Then you got just other guys who should just be able to play good team defense. And then Trae Young, of course, he's a weak link, but you'll be able to make up for that as a team. Now, boom. If they're going to get into the paint and hit these shots, you'll live. Straight up, you'll live. These are the shots you'll live with if they get to the paint and they hit making shots. God damn. I ain't gonna lie. I thought that was James Harden for a second, but I realized Niang shot that with his right hand. I was like, damn, that's not James Harden. God damn, they had Niang going crazy. Niang had what, 24, 25? Going crazy. I thought that was James Harden, but then I was like, damn, that's a right-handed shot. Not James Harden. They could not contain this ball, bro. Again, personnel. You don't want Niang to shoot jumpers. He's a shooter. So what do you do as the defender? You get to switch on Niang. Boom, your mind clicks, shooter. I got to get over everything now. Make him put the ball on the floor. But now, boom, this is where you messed up. You can't try to jump these screens. You got to chase over the top. And there's tons of space for him to get over the top as well. But he tries to cheat it. And the second you try to cheat it, you're done. You're done. Especially against a shooter. Damn, I thought McDaniels was goddamn Luka Doncic. Yeah, McDaniels coming off these ball screens going crazy, but if you're a land in this situation, anybody playing this pick and roll, like I showed you before in that Lakers game, right? You seen the player on the ball, getting that ball up high into that lane, and then you seen the player in the drop either get their hand low or you use your foot so that you discourage that pass from getting through. But now here, you don't got anybody closing up these lanes. You don't got Capella's foot. You don't got his right hand. You don't got Murray's left hand either. So now that lane is just easy. Boom, you just throw right there in between. Playing like a real big. The boom, Capella. It's just simple things. It's like the awareness of it. You know what I'm saying? You see the screen coming to the side, so where do you think the ball handler's gonna go? To the same side you're just on. But he continues to move to this right side. I don't know if they're told they gotta ice. I don't know what the communication was on timeouts where you gotta force the ball, force these screens. But you're already on that side. And since he's trying to step over and get to that other side, McDaniels has already turned that corner. Boom, Capella's out of position. McDaniels gets to the bucket and gets another bucket. All right. Now, the whole point of playing the drop is so you don't have to switch. But yet, they ended up switching anyways. So whose fault is it, though? Why did they end up switching? Capella made this step up and allowed Reed to now get behind him. So now Murray has to go back and recover for his mistakes. So in this situation right here, you even see that ball come up. You should be able to realize Murray has a good spot to be able to, boom, get back in front of that ball. Now I can continue to drop back and get back to mines. But now he sees this fake go up, and now he wants to go up and contest that shot. But now that's up to Murray at this point. You already did your job. He picked the ball up. Murray gets back to his. You get back to yours. But Capella stepped up. Reed gets underneath the rim. Size mismatch, gets over the top. Almost hit him too, bro. And boom, Shake Milton. They couldn't even contain that ball. They got that ball to the paint once again and kicked that ball at the yin yang. Now up 4, got a minute left. Shake Milton just with the regular drive. No moves necessary. Then kicks this out. Boom, hits Niang in his corner. That boom, Niang comes back. Boom, step back. Niang hits that 3, and that's goddamn. Y'all really done lost to the 76ers second and third unit. That's tough right there. It's kind of like the same dynamic of that Lakers game where you're coming in and playing a team that is playing their second and third unit, and you don't really have motivation to get up and go play that game, to play your hardest, but you need to get the win. But still, you're playing like against second and third units. And so it's kind of tough, but at the end of the day, you got to be able to tell yourself to lock in. Just play hard for 2.5, then boom, you get your rest. But nah, they let the foot off the gas. Now you got Doc Rivers going crazy.